Hi all, I wanted to make a quick video about a two indicator setup that can be helpful and beneficial to a lot of people who trade intraday. Before I begin, I would like to mention that this is an educational channel. All content over here is for the sake of education. Kindly read the disclaimer that you see on the screen and in the description below. With that said, let's proceed. So again, I would like to mention that we are going to be dealing with 5 minutes chart. The outlook is primarily going to be intraday. And how do we use this intraday? All right, so let's go ahead. First, I'll show you how the chart would look. All right, so this is how the chart would look. On the left hand side, I've got Nifty 50 futures. On the right hand side, I've got Bank Nifty futures. And with these two indicators, it would look like this. So first of all, before I get into the explanation, what I will do is I'll make both of them Bank Nifty for the time being, and then show you how the indicator comes by default and what are the changes that we are going to make it more presentable. Now, before I begin this, I've been doing some work on something called J-line, and I had made a video for my members. And that video I think was called something, I forget what the name is, but a couple of days back it was based on J-line series, J1, J3, J5, and the sequential numbers were mentioned, how they should be in 5 minutes time frame and how they should be in 1 minute time frame. This indicator seems to be working on a similar logic. The numbers are very close, they're not precise, but they are very close. And I think this can do wonders when it comes to intraday. All right, so let's go ahead and dig a little deep. What is the indicator and how it works? So what we will do is, right now Bank Nifty futures is on both the sides. First, we will delete this indicator and delete this also at the bottom. So we'll have a 5 minute page for Bank Nifty futures, which has got no indicators. All right. The first indicator I will use is EMA difference and histogram. That will come at the bottom. People who have been following my channel know that I'm very fond of this indicator. There is a very close indicator that I found to this EMA difference scotch. Again, I have shared that with my members. My impression is that is almost as good, if not better, than EMA difference scotch. So if you want to see those videos, then kindly join the membership. Anyways, so EMA difference scotch, I'm going to use that in this. You can also use MACD 8215. That is also a very good combo. But for this particular learning, I'll be using EMA difference scotch in default settings. The only other indicator that I will use is something called, you type in CPR and then you type in Rahul. All right. When you type in, you will get this CPR Rahul. It's by Nilesh Dongat. There are only 4 currently who have marked it as favorites in my view. All right. So I had to go through a lot of CPRs to come to this indicator. I was searching for a CPR indicator that I could use, and I came across this, which has got exactly the things I need in a CPR indicator. All right. So we'll click on this. Now, by default, the indicator looks like the way you see it on screen. All right. There is kind of too much information, and it's got color coding that I don't understand. All right. But we'll quickly go over them. So when you go about over here about the script, you will find it's CPR Rahul by Nilesh Dongade 01008, and it gives you there's hardly any writing on it. All right, but the moment I started studying this indicator, I immediately realized that this is a very workable indicator. Most of the content that is showing are important. However, we'll get rid of all the content we don't want. So we'll go to the settings, and the settings by default will look like this. All right, so first let's go to input. Input looks like this, and over here I've got all the okay, when I click on this, this one disappears. Okay, so When you click on the settings, you'll find a whole lot of information over here. Plot daily CPR, plot weekly CPR, monthly CPR, plot daily SR1. Let's just uncheck all of this. All right. EMA will be needing EMA 50, EMA 20 and 100. Now this is very close to J-line EMAs. People who are members can go and check the numbers. EMA 20 is very close to what we have in J1. EMA 50 is very close to what we have in J3, and EMA 100 is very close to what we have in J5. All right, so let that be ticked for now. We'll go at the bottom, show previous day high and low. We don't want all of this. Let's untick all of this. All right, and then we'll go to the style section. We want the upper three, I know. We don't want this, 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 don't want this, we don't want this. EMA, I think this is the 50 EMA that's in red at the center. So that red, let it be red. I think this is the 20 EMA. I'll make it green. Yeah, that's the 20 EMA. And this is the most likely the 100 EMA, which I will leave it at blue. All right. So EMA 20 is green, EMA 100 is blue, and EMA 50 is red. And we will leave it that way for now. You can probably choose a darker red if you want. All right, or let it be on its default red. I don't know what the default red is now. I think it's this one. For the time being, let's continue using it like this. We want the VWAP. VWAP, as you guys know, we generally use VWAP in white. So let it VWAP be white. We don't want this basis. We don't want upper. We don't want lower. We don't want this plot, shapes. We don't want all of this. We will get rid of all of this. We don't need all of this. Let's just get rid of all of this. And voila, you look at it and this is how it appears. All right, you see it's getting very close to how it looks on the left. Then what we will do is the CPR and CPR top and bottom, we will change to purple, purple, purple. And voila, you look at it now, it looks exactly like it is on the left hand side, right? So let's click on OK. Reset. There. They both look identical. Now what is happening? This is the EMA 20, this is the EMA 50, and this is the EMA 100. All right, and then there's a VWAP line going in between. This is CPR. All right. Now let's just for now that we have done the setting, and you can go back, pause the video and check my settings. I don't mind showing you once again. Let me show you from this side now how it looks. So they're both identical. So plot daily CPR will be checked, everything else will be unchecked. EMA is checked, 50, 20, 100. That is the default value. We're not changing anything. VWAP is ticked. All these three at the bottom are unticked. In the style section, CP, BC and TC, we have made purple. Everything else is unticked apart from EMA and VWAP. VWAP we have made white. Okay, and that's the way it is. And once I apply this to the entire setting, it looks something like this. So you can pause the video and copy those settings. Now, how do we use it? Very simple. First of all, VWAP, as you all know, I consider the market. Let me switch to Nifty 50 on the left. Okay, so this is Nifty 50 on the left now, Nifty 50 futures on the left, and this is Bank Nifty futures on the right. My own thinking is whenever candles are above VWAP, it's bullish. When candles are below VWAP, it's bearish. However, VWAP is more accurate after 10:30, 11 in the morning. So that's point number one. Point number two is these averages are very close to J-line averages. They are not exact, but they are very close. So it's very workable. You will only short once the candles go below the blue line. All right, that is the first shot. After that, when they fall, there are chances that it will be stopping at the CPR, or it may take a brief breather over here. If it needs to go lower, it can still go lower. CPR, generally, on a general note, I think when CPR is very close, that is the CPR center and top and bottom, when they are close, that's the day where you get trending days, and when CPR is far away, you get a non-trending day. But that logic that I had earlier nowadays is not working. All right, however, this indicator setup is giving me all the information I need, going along with EMA defense scotch at the bottom. As long as you are above the green line and above VWAP, you will not short at all. All right, it needs to go first breaking the green, then the red. It needs to be below VWAP, and then only when it breaks the last blue line will we short. Similarly, if things were opposite, let me see if I can find a day where things are opposite. You look at this over here. This day, everything went crazy from the start. Anyways, I'm trying to find a day where you see over here, everything is low, and then it reverses. It goes above VWAP, it goes above green, above blue, and above red. Once it crosses the CPR, we go long and we take this ride, right? This day opened, everything opened above the CPR, above all the moving averages and everything. This is a sideways day. This will be a tough day to trade. However, over here towards the very end, it's breaking everything and going up. Again, bullish from the start on 20th. It opens with everything above, and then the moment it crosses CPR somewhere over here, we should have got into the trade because it was above 100, 50 and 20, above VWAP, above everything else, above CPR. So one should have gone long over here and probably booked profit somewhere over here. Don't need to be too greedy. All right. You see it's falling over here, but we will not short. This day also we would have not shorted because it did not breach the blue line and the CPR, especially the blue line. No shorting till the blue line is breached, unless you're very certain that you're doing great. Look at this day. Everything is below CPR and it keeps falling. Below CPR, below 100, 50, 20 and below VWAP also. So it just keeps falling for the rest of the day. This will only turn bullish if all things go above the 3 moving averages over here. Again, obviously here you see everything goes above the 3 moving averages. Then the moment it crosses CPR, we would have gone long. That's a double confirmation. All right, and we could have taken this right from year till year. How many points is that? This is the 12th of this month. Approximately that's 320 points. Again, let's go. I'm trying to find a shorting day where everything is ulta. Okay, this is one thing that you can see here. It's going below VWAP, going below 50, 100, 20, everything, and then it's crossing CPR also. Here would have been the short, and there was an opportunity to make about 200 points. But again, I would have got out at 100 points itself, because the undertone of the market currently is bullish. Again, over here, it opens below CPR, below the 3 moving averages, below VWAP. VWAP actually at this stage would not be formed, but you could have shorted because it was below CPR, below the 3 moving averages. Even if you would have shorted here, even then there was a 700 point fall post that. So this is a perfect example of a shorting day. So bottom line, guys, is it needs to be below 150, 20, below VWAP and below CPR for you to short. It needs to be above 150, 20 and VWAP and above CPR for you to go long. That is the long story short. Again, in my videos, I do not give targets and stop losses. What I give is paid setups. All right. So as long as you're following the page setup, great. You can decide your own target and stop losses. Some people are happy with 20 points. Some people are not happy with even 200 points. So very difficult to please everybody. So you decide your own targets and stop losses. At the bottom, Wugamlo is very simple. When the candles are turning from dark red to pink, that means the market is becoming bullish now. And the moment it goes green, that means it's going to go up. Similarly, on the way down, when it goes from dark green to light green, that means it's getting a little bearish, and then it goes into red. It is the point to short, and that should be in coordination with what you're looking at the top. Now you see over here, everything goes below the 3 moving averages over here. Even if you didn't wait for the CPR, you already got a confirmation by EMA Defense Scotch at the bottom. If I say Wugamlo, always remember it's similar to EMA Defense Scotch, because EMA Defense Scotch, the creator name is Wugamlo. All right. So here you could have shorted a little earlier itself before it going past the CPR, because EMA Defense Scotch at the bottom has given you a confirmation. This total fall was about 151 points, but I would have closed my trade somewhere at about 100 points and been very happy about it. All right. So that's how it works, guys. A very good indicator. Because now that I've understood, or I'm trying to understand what J line is, and you can also Google it. Something like this would come up. J line is a derivative of 2 calculated as 3-period moving average. Combining these 3 components creates a unique J line that indicates potential overbought or oversold levels relative to past KDJ readings. All right. So there's some description on Google or whatever search engine that you're using. If you type in J line strategy, and if you're good at maths, it'll tell you things that you want to know. I don't want to know, neither am I good at maths, but what I'm decent at is studying candles and moving averages, because I've spent years now doing that. And the moment I see an indicator which is giving me the kind of data I'm looking forward to, I sense that this indicator can work because there is some logic to it. So this CPR Rahul, guys, is a very, I think I would have been maybe the first person making a video on this, because only 4 people have saved it as favorites. So last night, after going through a lot of CPRs, I realized and found this CPR Rahul, which works great. I will leave the name of the indicator and the creator name in the description below so that you don't have any difficulty finding it. But yes, if you are trading intraday on the 5 minutes time frame, I trade on 5 minutes. So if you're trading intraday on the 5 minutes time frame, just make sure this, where the numbers are over here, you right click and make sure scale to price is ticked, because sometimes the candles, they'll get squeezed and you will not get a clear description of the page. Always make sure that this is ticked, scale price chart only. All right. So the moment I see VWAP, the moment I see 3 moving averages, now my sensory memory can recognize the pattern, because I've been through so many indicators. Now, when so many indicators are working on similar logic, you'll understand that, there is some logic behind how chart works and how things follow. And not only me, that means other people also are making this observation that there are some EMAs, when they are all crossed, the market is either going up or they are going down, and everything else on the chart that indicators are showing us is a reference to, that logic. All right. So I hope you understood my logic in this. Very simple: below 3 moving averages, below VWAP, short, especially if it's below CPR, also short. Below 3, above 3 moving averages, above CPR, go long. Above CPR pivot level also, this CPR also, above VWAP also, and above 3 moving averages also, do not short, just be long. All right, use this for a couple of days and I'm sure that you'll be able to see how it works. I'm pretty confident that it'll work. Last couple of days back, I made a video on something called Alma indicator that's available on all platforms, and I've been studying that indicator quite closely, and I should say that I'm proud of my settings in that because it seems to be working fine, especially in natural gas and crude oil. I find it working very well. And even for our indices, Nifty, Bank Nifty, Fin Nifty, Mid Cap Nifty, it seems to be working fine. So we can't underestimate that indicator called ALMA, especially if you're using it with our settings. All right. I keep sharing now and then some very good content on my membership platform as well. So if you want, you can become a member and have access to my member exclusive content. The things that I'm very close to or I've spent a lot of time, I put it only for members. All right. So thank you again for watching, guys. If you found this video useful in any way, I wanted to make a simple 2 indicator setup for people to be able to trade intraday on the 5 minutes time frame. If you found this video helpful in any way, please like and subscribe to the channel. Share this video with your family and friends. Please give us a thumbs up. That motivates us to make more videos for you. And also leave a nice comment if possible. Also subscribe to our free Telegram channel. The link is given in the description in all our videos. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye. Have a good day.